Hi, my name is Luke Walton, and you're watching CitiCABLE 3. Welcome home.
Summer may be floating by quickly, but some Torrance residents have the chance to float ahead of an event that takes place in the winter. Our reporter Christy Capek has the story.
Raven Woods is just one of the 8 privileged riders who got to take the city's float out for a mile-long test drive recently, and she's not the only one looking forward to floating along on this trip.
It's a smooth ride, but yet it feels like I'm on like a little, like I'm so small on it because it's so big.
This is the first time that my wife and I, are going to participate riding. This was part of her bucket list.
Construction on the float began nearly 3 months ago, and today's final street test will be the last one before it hits the streets of Pasadena come January 1st. Tim Estes, owner of Fiesta Parade Floats and designer of Torrance's Afternoon Tea with Friends, gave us a preview of what's to come.
And we came across this design that shows this, friendly dragon that's having tea with its friends. So they kind of sit around the tea table, and the big giant dragon, he's got the pot of tea that's moving his arm with smoke coming out for the teapot, and he's got some friendly CO2 that comes out of his nostrils.
Fiesta Floats has built the last 17 sweepstakes trophy winners. Estes believes this one will fit in the overall theme, building dreams, friendships, and memories. The Torrance Rose Float Association is happy to see the theme come together.
I think it's an adorable float. When we first looked at the rendering, it didn't look quite as exciting as it does now that it's getting some life to it, and I just love the dragon. It's just absolutely adorable.
The association prides itself on being one of the first to pick a theme and getting a head start, allowing them some extra time for the special touches.
We have a lot of people who absolutely adore doing very detailed work on the floats, and so we like to try to always pick designs that have a lot of detail work because they enjoy doing that.
The excitement continues for riders Woods and Ide, who are hopeful that Torrance will bring home something very special to the community.
We're always looking forward for the rewards. It just kind of is like the icing on the cake. This is really a really cute float, so I'm really kind of excited to be on this particular one.
For CitiCABLE 3, this is Christy Capek.
The Torrance Rose Float Association is always looking for volunteers. For more information on how you can participate, go to the city's website at TorranceCA.Gov.
Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center brought together high school students for a leadership conference recently. Reporter Brian Anderson finds out what students can do to become leaders, starting today.
I look at these students and I go, there's the future, and I want to invest time in passing along education and training that might help them.
Michael Hunn is talking about the future leaders of the South Bay. The CEO of Providence Little Company of Mary Hospital recently spoke to young Torrance residents about making important life decisions. Hunn shared the life lessons he has learned as a CEO and as a former youth himself.
I'll offer a few thoughts of all the way back to my high school days, which is quite a ways, but also how that's applicable today.
High school students from Torrance, West Torrance, and South Torrance came to the DoubleTree Hotel to take part in leadership activities and to receive Hunn's message. Start being a leader now and recognize how to take charge of your life.
No, it's your choice. It's your choice. You have to pick.
Hunn says it's important for kids to get involved in extracurricular school activities such as student government and sports. Those experiences help teach teens how to interact socially and take leadership roles.
They can then choose that they're going to stand forward and say, you know what, I'll manage this project. I'll take this project on.
Hunn also presented an inspirational video that underscored the value of maintaining a positive life balance and a healthy spirit.
Once we let go of our need for control.
You have to have a balance in your life. Your number one priority is not your job. Your number one priority is your family and your friends and a balance in your life. That balance starts now.
Teaching Torrance youth to balance their lives and make important life decisions is not Hunn's only message. He reminds us of another crucial ingredient needed for the recipe of successful living: variety, the spice of a well-balanced life.
I would always recommend that they experience a lot of different situations, travel whenever possible, make sure that you expose yourself to different cultures, even if it's as simple as going to the Japanese market down here off of Western Avenue. Expose yourself to a lot of different things. It allows you to choose And as you see more, you have more choices, and then you can choose wisely.
High school teachers agree that today's event has helped make a positive impression on Torrance youth.
And I think it was something the kids got a lot out of, and I'm looking forward to doing similar activities with Providence, if possible, and the Leadership Academy in the future.
I think the event is really focusing on students who have chosen to step forward and say, look, I do want to be a leader. I am willing to invest my time. I am willing to educate myself about leadership, and I want to take those skills and actually do something with them.
I'm Brian Anderson for CitiCABLE 3.
Thank you, Brian. The conference brings together established leaders to inspire students to help themselves, their families, and their communities.
After heart disease and cancer, strokes caused the most deaths in the United States last year, and 60% of those deaths occurred in women. A local hospital held a forum recently to share tips on prevention and recognizing stroke symptoms. Reporter Siobhan Field has more.
I was walking to class and I felt a headache. I thought it would go away, not a big deal.
By looking at her, you'd never think this young woman suffered a medical emergency usually associated with the elderly.
I felt like complete weakness on my left side, like instantly. And I fell, and I don't remember exactly, but my friend took me to my classroom, and then I collapsed again, and the paramedics came.
Vadna Mittal was a sophomore in high school when she had a stroke. Once in the hospital, doctors had to remove part of Vadna's skull in order to release the pressure building from a cerebral blood clot. That was 5 years ago.
I am a stroke survivor, not a victim.
She spoke out at the Community Stroke Forum in Torrance this week in the hope her experience would educate other residents about what they can do to prevent suffering a similar fate. Had doctors seen her earlier, she may not have needed surgery on her skull.
I've heard that the first 3 hours when you have a stroke is the primary time to remove the clot or whatever is causing the stroke.
The American Stroke Association confirms that time is of the essence.
Every second counts. There is a solution for 80% of the strokes out there, but there's only a 3-hour window. So time lost is brain lost.
This vital message prompted the ASA to partner with Little Company of Mary Medical Centre for a health fair providing South Bay residents with access to free medical testing and lectures from stroke experts.
All the risk factors, what to do to prevent your strokes so that you never have to be my patient.
So go get your blood pressure checked, your glucose.
What we're doing is just trying to get the message out to the community. Stroke is the third leading cause of death behind cancer and heart disease.
And blow, 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 blow. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. You're still moving there. Push, push, push.
Event organisers hope attendees will now be able to recognise stroke symptoms and be prepared should they or someone else experience them.
You have great lungs.
Some of the warning signs of stroke are difficulty speaking, difficulty walking, a sudden, really intense headache that is like no other headache you've ever experienced.
Medical experts say you can reduce your risk of stroke by exercising, not smoking, drinking alcohol moderately, and enjoying a diet low in salt and fat. If you feel that you are having a stroke, call 911. Every second counts. Siobhan Field reporting for CitiCABLE 3.
And for more information on stroke prevention and recovery, go to the American Stroke Association's website at strokeassociation.org. Coming up, we'll bring you to a gathering where cycles and sermons collide.
Now first, here's your 5-day forecast.